Oh man.
Yeah, cuz y'all got out here tripping. All right, can y'all see the live? It's live.
Yeah, say lie.
Yes, they live.
Oh, y'all can see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, where your crew at?
That
Man,
that they'll
dude's
jump on
sorry.
here. They'll jump
Them
on here.
dudes are sorry. They call me, inbox me, and all type of stuff. I'm telling you, the stuff I be talking about, guys talk about. So I ain't crazy.
I mean, we talk about it too.
Well,
So
we finna
where are
get
we
in
gonna
it.
be able to see the chat at?
I don't know what y'all can see.
Wait, but you got to push at the bottom where it say chat.
Okay.
No, that's for y'all. That's for us. Let me see.
What?
I just changed it to the comments. Can y'all see 'em? Yeah, the chat is for us.
Oh, okay.
I don't see nothing about
You
no
talking about
comment.
y'all see something that say private chat?
No.
Nah, it just say chat.
Mm, I don't know.
I want to see like the comments.
I
You
mean,
know.
do you have a section where you can see the comments, like up under your picture?
No. It just say
No.
you're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you.
Okay, maybe I'll get on Facebook on my phone and
That's
turn
what I
my
did. I
phone.
got on my phone.
Okay. Yeah, I just have
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna have to
turn.
do that anyway because some comments I don't be able to see.
Okay, so what you got to do is at the bottom of your phone, Nyla, when you get on your phone, it'll say more, and it's got like four
Oh, I
dots.
see.
Yeah,
Yes.
hit them dot, and it'll and hit comments. It'll show you the comments.
Oh, okay.
That I didn't know. All right, let's get in. Let's get to it. Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Walaikum salam, brother Kabir. What's going on?
We got two special guests. Sister Nyla, my wife. Disclaimer. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Disclaimer. Everybody thought I was talking about my wife. I was not making subliminal posts about my wife. I do not put my business on Facebook. I might relate some of some things that I'm going through, but I'm not really the person that's gonna post personal stuff on Facebook. So any of y'all that's confused, first and foremost, I had to get that about the way. Any of y'all that's confused, I was not talking about my wife. We cool. Do we got problems? Hell yeah. Everybody got problems. But I'm not the dude that's gonna be taking cheap shots at my household on Facebook. I just catch her coming down the steps when she early in the morning and trip her. I ain't got to do all that.
Wow.
I'm old school. All you gotta do is a back sweep kick, and
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
all
well,
right
you know what
now.
I'm talking about. Sister Rakaya, so I'm like, oh, the next thing, y'all seen a lot of people seen a bunch of us going back and forth on some of my posts. The people I was going back and forth with, them are my friends. Those are my personal friends, and I know them in real life. So other people who was like on the outside looking in don't get it twisted. Like we all friends. And that's why we can talk like how we can talk. We was
Yeah,
honest with each other. We friends. You know what I'm
we're
saying?
family, man.
Yeah, we all know each other. But sometimes Facebook world and everybody be looking and all of that mess or whatever. And mind you, all the people who was hot in the comments, most of them are married. So y'all keep that in mind. With that said, keep it all respectful. Keep it respect. But um topic. So the topic is not really what I put this title. That was just a juicy title, but it all is kind of wrapped together. That is the that this is a theme of the day. What do women bring to the table? And I've been accused of undermining what women do bring to the table. No problem, no problem. So what the issue most Assalamu alaikum Lily, the issue for the most part, and I definitely want to do this live stream so that I can bring some perspective. You can't really do that with a post. You can you can make a statement, but you can't really bring a whole perspective. And I wanted to get this type of conversation started. Honestly, where I'm going with, so I made a post the first post we're gonna discuss is I said that I'm paraphrasing the post that men sacrifice and work hard because we have women and dependents and women and children dependent on us. But women work hard and sacrifice so that they can be independent from a man. That was the post. Sisters weren't feeling that. So we're gonna just dive all the way into it. I ain't gonna keep it, I'm gonna keep it real. My wife wasn't feeling it. So don't y'all be thinking that just because she's my wife, she agree with everything that I say.
Yeah, because
That
I was like, okay,
Yeah, I was
explain
confused.
this post. Like, explain it all the way down to the T because, explain this.
I
Because
mean,
it's a lot of
I'll let y'all go first. Because
yeah,
I don't want to be a man, even though my partners left me hanging. My partners left me hanging. They left me by myself. Hey, Brandon Wheeler, Mr. Muhammad, he might come on here. he fried. What is he? Hey man, you want to come help the brother out, Muhammad? Muhammad, come help the brother out. And we definitely gonna be letting some people in, letting the people up on camera if y'all not scared, to weigh in on this conversation. This ain't my normal little lesson and lecture or whatever. This is a discussion. And it really can go either way. This that whole traditional men versus women, the battle of the sexes stuff. Men feel how we feel, women feel how they feel. But anyway, y'all want me to jump it off from quote unquote a man's perspective, or y'all
yeah,
want
go ahead and give us your point of view on why you even feel like that was a great caption for your post.
Malika
so
already coming hard.
first of all, y'all like, share, and subscribe. We doing nothing but knowledge. We spread knowledge and we spread positivity on social media. So drop a comment, drop a salam alaikum, say, hey, brother, you ugly, something, to show us some love so we can support that algorithm and, we can keep this, the good type stuff going on the internet. And we ain't always got to be looking at Sukihana and Sexy Red or whatever their names is. We can, we can have Black intellectual thought on the internet as well, and intelligent conversations on the internet as well. So show some love. Y'all like, share, and if y'all watching this on YouTube, subscribe. But kicking it off. So what I meant, men, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Men are, and we're gonna get right into these comments, y'all. We're gonna get straight into the comments because I want this to be a discussion. But men, men are a little fed up. We feel like honestly, stuff builds up with me, and I all the time. I don't have a problem with women shining, but for some reason, it seems like women got to down men either directly or indirectly for them to shine. And I get sick and tired of seeing all them posts. I did this by myself. I work. I'm independent. Ain't nobody help me. All that is true. That's true. But what I'm saying is, who phone is on? Somebody phone on. Cause I'm echoing.
I don't hear no echo.
Me neither. Get to the point.
So the point is, if a man says that, like for example, a woman could have a whole man, and there's women out there. We're gonna be real. Everybody ain't Muslim, so I'm gonna keep it all the way gutter. It be females that have 3-4 men, and they'll make posts all day, every day about how they independent, they do everything for themselves and their kids, and blah blah blah, and all three or four of them men will be doing stuff for that lady, and she won't consider it, or she won't post the guy or none of that because he haven't made it exclusive or whatever. But go. But if a man does that, and a man can be dealing with 3 or 4 women, or he can just be with his one woman or whatever, and he ever one time actually does do everything for just himself to be independent of a woman, and and just for his kids, and he posts about it all day, every day, like women do, y'all will drag him all the way through the mud. Oh, he not a real man. He want to go 50-50, and he ain't doing this for his woman. And what kind of man want a woman to do this and that, this and the third? So I said that because I feel like men are not, at least black men are not getting the due respect. I don't care if the dude don't got a job. 99% of these dudes, I don't care if he is a street dude and he hustling and all he sell is an ounce of weed and he only can make $400 off that ounce of weed. He takes that. I know for a fact he will take $200 out of that $400 that he made off that 1 ounce of weed, and he gonna pay his girl phone bill. He gonna take her to the movies, or he gonna buy the kids some shoes, and he gonna be looking out. He got that extra responsibility. Women, y'all don't have that extra responsibility. Y'all don't, and it's a natural thing. But y'all be like waving the flag, like, yeah, I do this by myself, and I do that and this. Even though y'all got 3 or 4 men helping y'all on the side, y'all still be claiming y'all do everything for yourself. But y'all don't, if a man was to start doing everything for himself and start waving a flag about it, it'll be mayhem. And that's not fair. That's not fair at all. Men take up the more responsibility. Not only do we got to look out for ourselves and then look out for our kids, 9 times out of 10, we don't be with the mama. Then whoever we dealing with, and most guys is dealing with 3 women on average, they got to look out for each one of them women, and they got to look out for each one of the kids. But the woman, each one of those 3 women that be all talking about and posting about how they independent and they doing it by themselves and blah, 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 whoopty, 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 whoopty. Whoopty, 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 whoop.
Okay, so I don't know about that 3-2, these women having 3 and 2 guys helping them and all that. But what I think about the situation, like, firstly, I honestly don't think that women like post these things, because they happy they doing this stuff. That's not the case. Women are not happy that they have to take care of all these children by themselves. Okay. So this is what men need to understand. Also as women, we really do got to stop doing things like this, because we're actually turning a bad situation into something like praiseworthy. It's not a good situation. You get what I'm saying? And also, like if we saying these things like on social media, I can almost guarantee that we are like saying these things around our daughters, right? And some women even go as far as saying these things to their daughters, right? And it's actually teaching them the wrong thing. We teaching these innocent children, to first off, we not stopping this trauma cycle. We keeping it going by teaching these daughters of ours these type of things, and we are turning our daughters against the black man. But all in all, I honestly don't think that women are making these posts, because they happy. They're not happy at all. They're actually really, really pissed about it. And this is just a way of expressing it. And as I just said, it's not the right thing to do.
That don't negate what I was saying, though. I don't disagree.
Okay. First, let me say this. It's a lot of black men out here that take care of their children. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's a lot of black men that do not.
I think it's more black men that do not versus black men.
Right. So a lot of women, hold on. It's a lot of women out here that ain't, that's not raising their children just because, they got to do it by themselves for independence of a man. A lot of us been put in a position where we don't have the man around, and we got to take care of the household.
Yep.
I raised a man without a father that was in prison most of his life. So I had to boss up and I had to make sure he was okay.
Facts.
So everybody ain't handed the perfect, oh, okay, he gonna get him every weekend. Okay, he gonna buy him some shoes. A lot of women can't do nothing but help but be independent or help to or not help be able to do it without a man because the man is no longer there anymore.
And it's not necessarily because the woman was a bad woman. Like Sister Malika said, her
Right.
situation is her son father, which a lot of black men, choose this route in life, that he chose to go out and do bad things, which, you have consequences to bad things that you do. And, here it is. She's stuck, and many women are stuck raising children on their own.
True.
Yeah, like I praise the black man all the time, but I definitely don't think that anybody should get praised for doing what they supposed to be doing anyway.
What you mean as far as men?
Men or women.
So
No,
I,
okay, that's
I,
When
true.
you lay down and when you lay down unprotected and have a baby by somebody, there are consequences to you having a baby, catching an STD, or whatever it is that comes with them circumstances. So when you have a child, yes, you are supposed to take care of that child. I don't think you need flowers for taking care of what you created.
Oh, I agree. But that I didn't say nothing about that.
I didn't say you did, but I'm just saying that's just my opinion on it. I don't think that, like women, a lot of women do the falsified, buying their kids clothes and shoes, but they ain't teaching their kids nothing. Yeah, they got on $100 shoes, but they dumb.
Yeah, it's true.
They sending them to school every day, but they ain't doing the homework. So now the kids, stupid, just as stupid as the parent.
True.
A lot of these men and women use these children like baby dolls. I'm gonna dress them up real good, make them look good for the rest of the world, and then wonder why when little Ray Ray get 18, he out there slinging a kid coke and now he in prison.
That's true. That's true. But my point was I feel like it's a lack of respect towards black men on the behalf of black women. I think I understand like the average black woman done been played by a lame at least one time in their whole life, vice versa. But women take that type stuff differently. But so when you get with a real man, or you dealing with a real man, a lot of times the glasses that be on is the glasses of them dealing with that lane.
Yeah, because a lot of women they never had the proper representation of a real man. A lot of them didn't have their fathers around. A lot of them, they got brothers and cousins and all that, but they weren't good representations of men. So if you don't know what a good representation of a man is, me and Sister Nyla had the same conversation of the day. Like if you never had real love, how do you know how to react to when you finally get it?
And also we just gotta deal with the reality. This whole, women, being taught what to do for a man, this stuff was lost generations ago. Okay. I wish I knew where and how, but it was lost generations ago. You get what I'm saying? So, like Sister Malika was saying, we grew up, in a house. A lot of us grew up in a household, not knowing, how to treat a man and all that. We come from single parent households. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of unfair that we are being blamed for something that we were never taught.
That's a good point. That but
Yeah, if you find where a woman is lacking and she's not giving you something and you want her to provide some things and you the man of the house, I think instead of lashing her, then teach her.
very good point.
Teach her what you require.
But a lot of guys also don't really know what to expect from a woman either.
Right.
Exactly,
And
because
that's
they,
true.
That's
they
how we
too
got
were.
this mess. We got into this mess that we have now.
Yeah, because
Naima, you are confused. Okay, so Naima's confused. She said, "Find the point and stick to it." She telling me to shut up.
I don't see none of them comments.
No, she said, "I'm finna go for 20 minutes." I'm paraphrasing.
I'm weak. She's talking about just say it's not me and keep moving. Keep it moving.
What's not me? Okay, so
Maybe
she didn't catch the beginning of it, but I paraphrased the post that I made that drove you insane, Naima. When I said that men work and sacrifice because we have women and children who depend on us. Women will work and sacrifice for their children to be independent of a man.
That's not true.
That is not true. Don't no
That is
woman
not
want to
true.
work and be independent. Don't nobody listen. It's already hard as heck working, and then on top of that, a lot of us got at least 3+ kids. Like that stuff is hard. We are not working to be independent of men.
So, like I said, so what I said, so in the context of that is the brash, the hardness, that brashness that comes with women.
Yeah, yes. Okay, let's speak about
all
that.
the stuff, like I said in the post, all day, every day, we're gonna see women talking about, just like, for example, our good sister Naima, our good sister. She chewed me out on all 5 posts. She
Wait,
put
what
me on the
sister?
stage, the whole 9. But she did not answer one of those questions. Not one of them. I even tagged her when it was an older sister that that's the second post. But she didn't say nothing relevant towards what I could have been getting at. Some of the older sisters was like, nah, they didn't say it wasn't true, because it is true. It might not be true about one particular person, but this is true. Every single man that seen that post agreed with me. Each and every single man.
Of course, they men.
So this is how men feel. That hardness, like that hardness of, like, she could have taken the route of, like some of the older sisters did, and said, well, you know, X, Y, and Z. You got some women that do this and do that, and one sister was like, man, listen, I held my man down. Matter of fact, you said it, Malika, before. Like, I didn't held men down before and held it, boom, 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 boom. I wanted to get that flowing.
Yeah, I mean, because sometimes the man isn't capable of being the total provider.
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot more.
In this world we live in now, 2 incomes is better than one anyway.
Yeah, at least for us.
A lot of men, like, they can't do it.
Real.
And I would rather be the backbone to my husband when he falls short than to him to feel like he less of a man because he can't provide something.
And that's what I wanted to bring to the table. I don't want to talk about
your caption was just a little off. It was just a little off. Well, your caption attacked us, kind of.
At the end of the caption, I said we are not the same. So basically, I was saying put some respect on our names. And this is what I mean. Sisters like Naima, they got on there talking about every man that dogged them. That ain't had nothing to do with the post. We're not talking about bums. That ain't even in the topic of none of my conversations. I'm talking about, I said men work hard and sacrifice. When I say men work hard and sacrifice, first what I said was men. A bum ain't no man. So
and then
come on that, you can't come on that type of post, but that emotional response,
right,
what throws things off a lot of times.
But most of the
men, a bum is not a man. Second,
most of the bums that's been in my life though don't even count because they was in my haram life, so they don't even count. So I don't even hold them accountable for the things that they did. So I don't even pay no attention to them.
Yes, I'm speaking. I don't even really converse.
Naima said, "Bring her up here."
I don't really even converse with like quote unquote buns. I'm most of the time I'm talking about brothers, Muslim brothers, yeah, my brothers, my friends. You know, sometimes we be feeling like me included, and that ain't taking no shots. But you know, and vice versa. Like women, a lot of times we see women all the time say, "Hey, what about this and what about that? Do men still do this? Men still do that?" I take mental note for all of that kind of stuff, and all the time I've been told, like just like you said, Malika. You know, we had previous lives before Islam. I didn't learn until this is my third marriage. I didn't learn until this marriage on how to be like soft. Before I was just like, all right, whatever. You don't like it? Okay, bye. I was very dismissive. Now I learned a hard lesson because I had a bad toxic relationship with my first wife. I'm not a bad relationship. I ain't gonna say that. The relationship was good. You know, I loved her. She was cool. She just had some issues, some unresolved issues, and it always used to spill out into our marriage. But I was dismissive. I'm open to that. I'm receptive. Men sometimes what the reason why I made like those last 2/3 posts was because I get a lot of conversation from the guys, and we really don't be wanting to say it, not even in our own homes and in our own marriages, because we're gonna get them same responses. Sister Naima came with, Sister Rakaya came with. We're gonna get that flack. And as men, we don't be wanting to hear all of that.
And I
But
get that, but y'all want a attentive woman. Y'all want a woman that's attentive to you, but y'all can't provide some of the men can't provide the same. You gotta be willing to be attentive to the woman also.
that's
Like I understand that men have emotions, and I also understand that men could be more damaged as women, than women are. But sometimes, like men got mama issues and men got daddy issues too, and got baby mama issues. It's a whole lot of things that come into play. That's why when you dealing with people emotions or dealing with, like bringing families together and all of that, you got to bring all of that in a circle so you can understand each other. So in the beginning, you can know what makes you happy and what makes the other person happy, or certain things like that. It seems to me like most of the time it's one-sided about always making the man happy, but they never look at the woman and say, "Are
how
you
we
happy?"
feel. That's why I was making those posts because I feel like men are pressured within our community to always be pleasing the woman, but the women are not pressured at all to be pleasing the man. And the moment we have the nerve to say something, here come the naysayers. I could we could have got a response from, like I said, I've seen sisters make these types of posts before, like all men ain't nothing, and if I get the frustration, we all have seen the frustration that women say on Facebook. I don't do what Sister Naima did. I don't do that. I say, well, sister, why don't you look into the type of brother that you're choosing, or why don't you? We come suggestive, but that's because we are catering to how women feel. But the women ain't catering to how we feel. The moment we speak about how men feel, what I said is a fact. Men have more responsibility than women, but that respect don't be there. Not all the time. You got some good women. You got some very, very, very good women that's in tune with all of this. But the majority, and I'm gonna say, the majority of our women are not in tune with this because they coming with the ruckus. They coming with as soon as you have the nerve to say what you don't like, you getting machine gun. I'm just expressing how a man feel. I didn't down no woman.
I mean, I understand y'all. I mean, women also need to be attentive to men's feelings. I definitely believe that. I do. Because, I mean, men go through it too. I mean, especially black men. It's hard for y'all out there in the world, period.
Yes. And that's the biggest issue that we have. And in my talks with the guys, that's all we talk about. Like, we under attack by the government. We
Yeah, y'all under
discriminated
attack.
against. And the number one thing, and ladies, any ladies that see this, Muslim, Christian, Jew, atheist, the number one thing that black men want is that peace. We got to deal with hell as soon as we step out that door. We got to deal with hell. And we going to come up short a lot of times. But that effort, that extra effort, like what I'm trying to speak towards, we not, we not getting me and Sister Nyla had a very long conversation about it. And it was respectful. She didn't agree. She was like, man, hold up. What? But once we got through the conversation, she's like, oh, I see what you're saying. Having that growing moment and that learning moment, in the relationship, to where we are going to come up short. A lot of times I'm very testy. My nerves is bad. I got a lot of stuff on my head. I'm trying to keep the business running. We're trying to keep money rolling in. I'm trying to provide. The kids run around. This kid want that. This kid want this. And now that y'all got to deal with that all day, every day. I know. Men, we don't, we got a lot of going on. And we, like, even like when we fall short, we want that respite. We want that, okay, he ain't right now. His energy is off. He tired. We want that. Hey, babe, what you need? You all right? Cool. How was your day? I might come off like, what? What is you talking about? Huh? I'm gonna come off like that because I'm tired. I'm tired of how these folks is treating me. I'm tired of money not being there. We tired. We number one thing men need is for our women to be there to lick our wounds.
Okay, so wait. I get what.
Yeah, woman should. I
what you're
definitely
saying,
agree. A
but that's
woman
not
should be a
fair.
man's peace and not his problem. I definitely believe that.
Yeah, I most definitely get what you're saying. Like, y'all got a lot going on. You might be irritated, all this and all that. But also, men need to get that under control too. Because, like, if I'm coming at you like, this is not our situation. I'm coming at you like, babe, and you like, what? That, like, come on now. Come on. For real. Like, nah, that ain't cool. Y'all,
y'all got to stop taking the world that's bucking against y'all out on us.
Yeah.
It don't be intentional.
But then when we buck back, now y'all mad. Now we being disrespectful.
That
ain't okay. We got there. We're there. I didn't want to take us there, but we got there.
Let's get it then.
Y'all buck back. Why?
Because if you coming at me like I have done something to you,
y'all bucking right now at the same time.
But I'm just saying, if you come at me,
Facebook, I told you, look,
and I'm trying to provide you the peace when you come home, but all you doing is bucking at me because of what somebody in the world done did to you, then yeah, I'm gonna have to correct you a little bit.
Y'all gotta understand.
So is that gonna go well? Is that how it got to be? Because I'm gonna tell you right now. That does not work with no man.
But it's not that it don't always have to be an argument. See, that's what I'm saying. Most women become argumentative about anything. You can get your husband back in the right place by being real calm with him. Hey, I don't like the way you just approach me with this because that ain't right because I ain't do it. Let's reel it back in and let's try this again.
Yeah, but men got to be acceptive of that too. Because
most women, now Nyla, you're gonna have to keep it all the way 100. Most women ready to rah.
Yeah.
But when you put yourself in a masculine state, you get a masculine answer.
Most definitely. So it's not one-sided. Like, work needs to be done on both sides.
That's fact.
Exactly.
That's fact.
Exactly.
But we need to talk about this. Even though we all know work got to be done on both sides. That's why we pray. That's why we go to the masjid. We all working on ourselves individually. But in the instance of that crisis, and all of us have been there, in the instance of that crisis, there has to be a contingency plan in place to where if both of us is on one, who's gonna stand down? Who should stand down?
I think if the issue started with the husband, and the husband is the one who bucked first, I think the wife should stand down and walk away.
Thank you. I appreciate you being real about that. Listen, that does not mean that y'all are getting played for some reason, and especially our young women. The young women, listen, y'all be young,
It's not the
y'all
young
be
women
beautiful,
only.
y'all be
It's the
strong,
35s and all that too.
and y'all got so many years and potential other husbands in your future. But that strength got to be put somewhere else. That bucking with a man does not work. My granny and all of our grannies and a lot of the folks that was old enough to be raised by their grannies. I know y'all done heard this before. You catch more flies with honey than you do do.
And you can't, and also you can't force a man to be comment or talk about a situation until he's ready.
Yes. A lot of our women make that mistake. They don't, they don't, they don't, you know, I got a close friend, person in the comments. I have a close friend that does not talk. He don't talk a lot. I got a close friend, a best friend. He does not talk a lot. He don't talk a lot at all. He can talk all day because he's a brilliant individual. But when something really wrong with him, you know, he be in his mind, we be in our minds trying to figure it out. We men, our first instinct is try to fix this situation, what's going on, whatever's bothering us. And a lot of times, and I had to learn this from him, my best friend, I had to learn this from him that all the time, like when you got something going on, don't say nothing. But women take that. I don't know where y'all get lost at with that. Where do y'all get lost at with that? Because all the time it'd be like, what? Well, what about this? What about that? What about this? Be like, oh, chill, man. I'm not trying to. Hold on, move. Oh, whoa. And like, well, answer me. What are you doing? You keep coming. You keep coming. We like, oh, man, hold up. We might even leave the house. Do y'all think that means that we don't care or something? Men,
No, I mean sometimes. I mean, sometimes. See, I know a lot of men when they get to a point where they're frustrated or angry or anything like that. A lot of men shut down,
we do.
and a lot. But the difference between, I mean, women are emotional creatures by law. So, I mean, when we get angry and frustrated, the first thing we do is we got to say what we got to say. And sometimes, that makes the situation a little worse. But if you would just, I would say, if you would communicate, like, look, right now, I really don't want to talk about it. Give me a minute. Then some women will be receptive to that. Now, you got some women that's hard headed, then it just keep on be like, what's wrong? What's wrong? But, sometimes you got to learn how to block people out. You really do.
Yeah, true.
You got to, one thing I learned is you got to control your own peace so everything else can be peaceful around you.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said these Jews. That's what I want. I want these conversations to get flowing so that these situations can be rectified. Naima, to answer your question that I put up on here, um, so how things work in the world is you have people who Allah trusts with knowledge. And when Allah trusts a person or some people with knowledge, it is their obligation to convey that knowledge. So that's why I'm offended on behalf of black men. Allah, alhamdulillah, has chosen me to be a leader from amongst my people, and I have been for a long time. Me and your husband, we have to deal with this stuff on a daily basis. We have people coming to us in our inboxes trying to get married, are married, and we have these taboos that exist, like what we're talking about, that don't get talked about. This is why we're speaking about it. We're putting some knowledge on it. We're putting some perspective on it. That's why I invited two ladies. I invited some of the bros They had other things going on. Where I'm gonna tell you this. This is what they told me. I talked to the bros. This is what your husband too. They like, oh, I ain't having them emotional conversations. That's a bunch of irrational. That's a whole irrational conversation. They said, Kabir, you're gonna be on there arguing with a whole bunch of women. I ain't having that conversation.
I told my husband we had a disclaimer. Whatever I say on here after this, he better still love me.
That's without a fact. But we got a lot of this stuff going on. I mean, listen, can't nobody say that they are not experiencing this type of stuff on both sides.
Yeah, but women
about it.
Women are born to. I mean, a lot of women are bred to be, like even like your great grandmothers. They was born to be the fixers. Say your granddaddy had a gambling problem or whatever, and he spent up all the money. Grandma knew how to fix it.
Yes.
But just like in this day and age, I had to learn that you can't fix everything. Sometimes you got to leave it alone and sit back and watch him fix it. Just be there when he needs your help.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. I wish I could. Naima, you could. Do you want to come up here?
She asked to come up here a long time ago.
Oh, I didn't see it. It's a lot of comments. Hold up. Let me get the link.
Yeah, it is. I was trying to scroll through them. That's why I'm so quiet. I'm just letting you and Malika run, and these comments is just flying past my eyes. They coming so
I'm trying to get to some of them. Hold on.
And Sister Naima, you better not be coming for me in these comments.
Yes.
Nah, she on the top of the head though.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on, Naima. I'm about to send it to you. Hold on.
I'm literally over here like trying to read these comments, and I'm like, man, they just disappearing as I'm reading them.
I ain't even looking at the comments.
So somebody said,
I didn't grow up in a single parent home, but like my mom and my dad were divorced when I was young. And then, in the years, my mom got another husband. My daddy was an Israelite, so he had multiple women, wives, or whatever it was. So I always, like if one weekend he was with this woman, I always seen this woman cater to him. And, I seen my mama, cater to her husband. And, I seen my grandmother cater to my granddad, and those are attributes that I grew up learning. Like I knew my husband or my man, whoever he was, I had to make sure he was straight first before anything. So I got to the point where it was like, okay, now my mom like, well, you always get a man his plate first, then you feed your children. So, I got used to that. But then I kind of started feeling away because I'm like, well, these is the kids, but, whatever. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and follow.
The kids been at home all day long. They ain't hungry.
Right. But then I had to think like, well, they just, like Israel just came from school and all of this. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my man his dinner. Then I'm going to go ahead and feed him. Then after I do this, I'm going to clean up. I'm going to take care of him. Then I'm going to take care of Israel, make sure he's straight. Then, like back to, taking care of my man. Like I'm,
and that works. That works. That's how. Oh no, I don't want to do too much talking. We have the great scholar, Sister Naima, here with us. you got the flow. And listen, I think you missed it in the beginning. I told everybody, I'm like, listen, we're friends, y'all. We all know each other. So everybody who didn't see the beginning of this, we all know each other. So we talk tough. We all know each other. Basically, don't nobody else that we don't know do this. Go ahead, you got the flow, sis. What's up?
Well, I wanted to come on when you were talking earlier about what I said on the post. I don't even remember what you said that I said. What did you say I said? You said something about bums. I wasn't talking about bums. I was
talking about bums.
What I was saying was that you didn't have to reference women at all to make a post to uplift Black men or to uplift men in general. You can say and post anything that's uplifting to your friends and to you and to all Black men around the whole Black world without involving Black women at all. Like we did not have
But
to be a part of the
what
conversation.
if the black woman is the problem?
How?
How do we fix that problem?
Okay, the issue is and this is what I mean by I say
In this regard, I mean, not in totality. I mean,
what I'm saying is you have multiple points. If your point is what you said, you want to uplift the black man because you feel like people are down on him, you can do that without addressing black women. Like 100%. You don't have to address us at all. You can say as many uplifting things about black men as you want to say without having to address black women.
I agree.
So I feel like with that post, if you wanted to say about how hard or how, you work, you maintain, you doing whatever you need to do, you don't have to reference us. That's why I was just like slighted because it didn't need to be said. Now, on the other hand, if you want to talk about how women are making posts that bring down black men or what, I don't even remember what the words were that you use, or if it's something that you get offended to,
I pretty much said that.
then you should address those individual women when you see it happen, because that's the only way. Like you're talking to you're making a sweeping generalization, especially for Muslim women who are the ones listening to this kind of conversation. That's not our issue. We're all happily married, and I'm sure we are all supportive of our husbands, and whatever they might need, we got them. That's not the issue here. But if you see these little ratchets or whatever they're doing, making posts about and being rah-rah with it, then address it at that, when you see it happen. That way you don't have to make sweeping generalizations, and you can possibly make an impact if you talk to that woman directly. You see what I'm saying?
No, I feel that. There's a 9 times out of 10, by the time that post then made Facebook, the possibility that person's mind is made up. You're not gonna convince them. They done did some thinking, so they're not gonna be receptive. That's why I make like these general topics, and it seems like I can be making some generalizations. I'm speaking towards a mentality, not towards a particular person. If I'm speaking to a particular person or a minority of people, even to give you benefit of doubt of what you was just saying, if I'm speaking to a minority, that's a waste of time. I feel like this sentiment has crept into the majority. I have conversations, like I was saying before, I'm not having conversations with no bums. Bums don't even approach me. Them guys want to run around and get hoes. That's what they do. They know I ain't with none of that. When my guys from the street hit me up, I'll be like, marry her. Matter of fact, Nyla, what we was just at the family reunion. I got yes or no. Don't I got a little cousin that is pregnant, and she had her little boyfriend there. And he looked like a little thug and the whole nine, whatever. I dug right into him. I said, bro, marry her. He's 22 years old. I said, marry her. Don't be running these streets and chasing all these girls and everything look good, ain't good. I'm told him the whole nine. I'm speaking towards a mentality that has crept into our community. And one thing that I think, just staying on the post, I use the post as an example for good men. I'm having conversations with good men that are expressing these frustrations. And they don't want to get the kind of flack that you've been giving me. They don't want to get that, so they're not going to say it. They liked the comment. They liked the post. They hearted the post. A few of them jumped in, was like, yeah. A few of them slid in my inbox, was like, bro, I feel what you're saying, but the ladies is going to get on you.
Let me interrupt you for a second. I've seen some of the people commenting on your post. Okay, they not all good brothers. Let's start there.
Who?
Secondly,
what'd you say? I didn't hear you.
I said I seen some of the people commenting on your post. They not all good brothers.
No. I'm talking about as far as the likes, the reactions. The likes and reactions was hard.
Even still,
100% men liked and reacted. Not one man said one nigga
there who was liking it, and he didn't even have socks on in his sneaker. With his sneakers.
What does that mean?
that means that they still got some things that they working on, and if those are the hearts and likes that you working for,
What are you
then
talking
you need
about?
Crazy.
I ain't got too much I don't want to. That don't mean I'm a bad man.
nobody said that. I'm just saying, don't get hyped up on the likes and hearts of men who don't even wear socks with sneakers.
No, I'm speaking specifically about the likes and the hearts from solid individuals.
She's
Your
funny,
husband
man.
included.
Listen,
Your husband, my best friend.
listen, I don't be taking too much of what he says seriously. Let me tell you, okay?
Not you.
She is funny.
She is fried.
Listen, but
I love her because she's so fried.
my second point in saying this though is that, you know, if these men are coming into your inbox and saying, "Oh, I'm having these frustration conversations with these women," and you should encourage them to have individual conversations or give them tips on how to speak to people, because a lot, and I say this to my husband, I'm like, you know, our communication could be better. The right hand don't know what the left hand is doing, and we all merge together at the end of the day. We tell each other what our plans are for the week, and we like, how come we didn't have this conversation earlier? You know what I mean? Like that communication should be worked on every day for everybody. And so if these people are coming to your inbox to have these conversations, then you really, really should encourage them and give them conversation tips and to have these conversations with the women in their lives. And if they can't have these conversations with the women in their lives, then they don't need to be the women in their lives. Right.
Big Bro has it for him. It's a topic for my podcast. What are you talking about?
So, and I'm sure you have to encourage these men to know what it is that they're saying and better ways to communicate for themselves.
Check.
And that's
done first and foremost. But
my
I make those types of posts. Every post that I make is one with intent of the empowerment of our people. Each and every single post, even the dumbest funny post might have something to do with it. That's my intent every single time I post. So that post said nothing other than men are out. Men, we are saying, look at the men in the comments. Look at the men in the comments. Ain't not one man disagreeing with what I'm saying. We working hard. We're not speaking on what's good in our relationships. We trying to be much, much better because our relationships are ending faster than they're lasting. So we got to be. I told Nyla when we had the conversation about my post. I told her it's like having a cavity. We got to address this cavity. It's gonna hurt. We might even have to pull this tooth, but we're not gonna lose all of our teeth. It's a tough conversation to have, and I know it ruffles some feathers. It ruffles some feathers. We need, just like you cannot tell me that there is not a ton of social pressure on men to do so well and to treat women so well.
Can I interrupt again?
But the women got that same pressure.
No, y'all do not.
Yes, we do.
No,
see, that's the problem, the lack of accountability.
Listen, y'all made Sexy Red rich. Y'all don't have no pressure.
Don't say y'all. I ain't made Sexy Red nothing.
There is not a male Sexy Red.
Sexy Red need to be hung from a tree.
Okay,
and I agree.
Yes, but y'all got to claim that body.
Wait.
Y'all got to claim her.
Let me interrupt for a second. I don't even remember what you said before you said the Sexy Red. What you say before you said Sexy Red? What you say?
What did I say?
Men got more pressure on them than women.
Okay, let me talk about that. Who created the social pressure? Because it wasn't women. It was men. Men put that own social pressure on themselves. Men said to women, I want you to stay home.
No.
I don't want you to work. I want you to take care of these kids.
No,
and women said, okay.
No.
Now men nowadays is like that. Y'all some gold diggers. Y'all don't ever want to work. No. Y'all don't ever want to do this. We didn't create anything.
No.
Women didn't even have the right to vote until just a couple years ago. We didn't do nothing. Y'all did this, and now y'all don't like the pressure y'all put yourselves under. So now it becomes our problem. I don't think so.
You ran across some good brothers, because all the brothers I know, like, listen, baby, listen, you do this, I do that, and then we both gonna come together. We're gonna get this big house. We want the women to work right now, and we all let them know, like, hey, it ain't your obligation. But if I'm making $30 an hour and you make $20 an hour, that's $50 an hour. That's the conversation.
You're missing the point, though. The point is the societal pressure that you're talking about is societal pressure that men created. Y'all created that pressure. We didn't create it.
No,
How did we
no,
create that pressure?
that-
It's historically men have put that own pressure on themselves.
no. The reason why we in this predicament is because of systematic oppression. Black men are attacked, have been from the beginning, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and it's just naturally hard for us because of that. And
Who is Brandon Wheeler?
huh?
Who is Brandon Wheeler? Bring him on up here.
That's Muhammad. Muhammad, you get he going good. Muhammad, you want to come up?
Yeah, I just popped in the comments. Yeah, tell Brandon to get on up in here.
That's Muhammad. That's the tall. Remember when we was all at Juma, the tall light skin young?
He got something he need to say.
He do. I'm gonna send you the.
Yeah, we
link.
missing all these comments, all these.
I
good
know. I
comments.
just happened to look at him and he like it's all about the women being happy nowadays.
So what y'all think? What y'all
My
think
point
about?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Men are frustrated.
He ain't never married a Muslim woman. So I mean,
That he's scared.
Well, that's his problem.
So how? Wait. How is he scared to marry Muslim women,
But
but
I
not scared to have a non-Muslim girlfriend?
That's because he
He
been
don't have
dealing
a
with the
non-Muslim
sexy
Come on, we
reds.
ain't
That's
gonna do that
why.
to the Muslim sisters.
He
We ain't
don't-
gonna do that.
He
Women
don't
are
have.
women.
He don't have a girlfriend.
You
That's because he been out there dealing with the sexy reds.
No, he hasn't. He's a good brother. He ain't been dealing with no sexy res. I done brought 3 women to him. He like, I ain't ready.
yeah,
And
he
you know
not
why?
ready.
Well, how he know? Well, how he can?
Women are-
How can?
y'all
How
are
can he
goodness,
even
that's a
express
good
his all
brother.
about
He
the
ain't-
women being happy if he ain't even got a woman he trying to make?
Right.
No, well,
Somebody
he
lying.
he ain't no virgin. He had a life.
He might
before
as
his
well
time.
be.
Don't do the good brother
some
like
ain't
that.
Adding up here. Some ain't adding up here.
But I'm just saying, how he know what the women want if he ain't got one?
He's not.
What happened?
He went mute.
Yeah.
Oh,
We can't
finally.
see you.
Y'all done got me. Look, y'all done
Okay.
put a curse on me. Dang, y'all done got the brother shadow ban. I'm up here doing drunk a root on the brother. Lord have mercy.
Because
Man.
a lot of men can't say they women make their lives hard. They can't. Some men can't.
I'm gonna keep it real. The majority of brothers I know, and I'm 39 years old. I ain't no young pup. They brothers is like, man, it's hard. It's hard.
To be fair, life in
it's
general is hard.
it's to us. It's hard beyond our capabilities.
Life
I was
in
just telling
general
Naima,
is hard
we
for
in a rough
everybody.
situation, and we can't do nothing about that. And
Life a struggle every day.
Huh?
Life a
Everybody.
struggle every day. You
For
know,
everybody.
like for everybody. And I tried to be my husband's peace. My husband could never fix his lips to say, I make his life hard.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You good. You rare. You definitely rare for sure. For sure. And I'm glad you up here because you dropping the jewels on the sisters.
Also, it come down to how grateful a man or a woman is too, because
Right.
you'll have a woman that's taking care of the house. You come home to a clean house, kids together. Maybe even a woman working or whatever the case may be, and it just boils down to, and maybe she lacking in some areas. We all do, but it's like men are, I don't know, like they got superficial expectations, and
That's true.
and a lot of people just not really being grateful, honestly.
I agree with that.
Yeah, a lot of men real ungrateful. But a lot of
And
women
women,
ungrateful
and women.
too.
Yeah.
But
so
a
the
lot of women
guys be
ungrateful
saying-
too.
So the guys be saying the women want Jay-Z and Sheikh Abdul Kabir at the same time. And
Now
the
see, I
women be saying,
don't want no Jay-Z. I don't want no Gucci man. I want my husband to be who he
majority of
is.
these sisters do.
I want my husband to be who he is. I want
Good
him to
listen.
teach me. I want him to lead me. And
Good
if he ain't got
brothers.
$1 to give me, I'm good with that.
Good good brothers are being canceled out the game because of these superficialities of that's been pushed in our community.
To be honest, some of these good brothers are a little weird, okay? So sometimes people really need to work on their social conditioning. You know what I mean? Because you can be good on paper, but if I sit you down with another sister and you know what I mean, like, and you just weird and awkward, it's gonna be real hard to kind of persuade somebody to marry you if you're just a little off, if you're just a little weird. And I think nobody is really honing in on the fact that they, you know what I mean, like that they just might be a little off, and that sometimes they need to work on themselves in that fact.
That's true. I will give you that because I done told a lot of brothers that they came to me and be like, "Hey, man, you know, I'll be seeing a lot of sisters on your page, man. Find me a wife, boom, boom." I'll be like, you got a job? Are you working? I ask brothers, how much do you make? How much can you afford to pay as far as a woman's, you know, rent and all of this? I put them through the ringer. I try not to put my name on those slouches. The conversation, I mean, you right on that one. The conversation don't go nowhere, you know, brothers, which takes us to another thing. And brothers, you know, that I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna say stuff that y'all do not like to hear, but we gotta have a conversation. The non-Muslim women, they ain't making it that hard. And brothers,
of course not, because all they want is a man. Because of course the non-Muslim women ain't making it that hard, because all they want is somebody to buy them a weave, buy them a bag, and slap them cheeks.
Yeah, that's it. That's easy. Like they don't require.
What's it called? The pump and dump.
Wait.
The pump and dump.
Even stand on nothing, and then y'all get mad when, soon as you make her mad, she in a bar drinking beer, drinking Hennessy, ain't coming home. None of that.
Sleeping with your boy in the backseat of his truck.
Hey, guard your sister's faults.
What?
Guard your sister's faults.
Man.
Wallahi, boy.
Abdul, stop, okay?
I know. Cut it out.
Hey, you better not try to come out that room. I locked the door, so.
You ain't locked me in, no door. You crazy. But yeah, like that's not a flex.
It's not a flex. I'm saying it's a reality. I'm gonna keep it real. It's hard. Y'all, I'm not y'all.
Listen, that's gonna be a different type of hard though.
But the sisters is making it hard.
Listen, Abdul, y'all men have to understand that that's gonna be a whole different type of hard. Like,
because we want structure.
Woman, you gonna have, because we got problems, But with the non-Muslims, like y'all are literally, it's gonna be hard as well. Like, what are you gonna do when it's time to make decisions? You a Muslim, she a Christian, or whatever the case may be. Like, when y'all get into it, like I said, for example, when y'all get into it, which probably is gonna be kind of often, because people have problems in their relationships. Like, what are y'all, like, that's a whole different set of problems.
Right. I can easily get
problem free. Those problems are actually going to be more detrimental than dealing with a Muslim woman. So that's never a flex. Like, you can never compare a non-Muslim woman to a Muslim woman. Like, nah, no way, no way.
Yeah, there ain't no comparison there. That's why you can't compare a non-Muslim man to a regular man.
But let me interrupt and say, it's not like they get this idea that, I know some people get offended, like, because there are some good wives that, started out as non-Muslim, they reverted, there are some real good sisters who are good wives to good men, and, they weren't always Muslim. So I don't want to say, I don't want to be like Muslim women. Once you start to know your rights, I think it gets a little bit more rigid in some people. But to say that non-Muslim women are making it easier is really kind of belittling to the fact that the men are not really doing what they're supposed to be doing in that facet. You know what I mean? Like,
but I get what he's saying. I do, because it's easier for a man to go out there and find the girl out there in the club and throw a hijab on her and try to put her into the ding than it is to, bust up with a woman who already Muslim. I do get that, because Muslim women got standards, and this woman that he done got, She ain't got a clue in the world. And all she know is she want to be with this man. He gonna throw a scarf around her head, tell her, come on, let's go to the masjid, and give her that a little bit, slap them cheeks a little bit, and then 3 weeks later they divorced.
But that's not, yeah, because
Welcome to Philadelphia.
that's
Right.
not when you find the
Welcome to
truth.
Philly.
Like, you know, the true thing is when problems arise, like how is that gonna go? Like, you
Muslim,
gotta think
Not
about
well.
that.
Not well, but it's a problem as a result, like just swinging things back around to the post. I ain't saying y'all got to be easy. I'm saying y'all got to be easier.
Yes, we most definitely do.
can you
We
give an
agree.
example, brother?
And I don't
Kabir?
say easier, I say compromising.
Give us an
You
example.
got to be willing to compromise.
Okay,
You got to
example.
be
I'm
willing to
using
be a little
myself since
softer
people
and
don't
not
like-
be so hard.
I'm gonna use myself since people don't like to, be on front stage. Not y'all, but just people in general. With my wife, there were a few women that I was interested in, and I spoke to them. I asked them what was their dowry, what's your monthly maintenance, the whole nine. And I was getting all type of responses. $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
Somebody told me like $2,000 just for clothes. I was like, what? Oh yeah, and I shop for this amount, making it hard. I said, okay, you're a very good sister. You read Quran and you're gorgeous, all that. I ain't got it. I was interested in my wife, hit her with the same set of questions. And I didn't prompt the questions. Damn near copy and paste. Hey, what's your dowry? What's your monthly maintenance? What's your expectance? She said, teach me the Quran. I just want to be married and be halal within Islam. And I was like, okay, well, what about your monthly maintenance? She said, I'm not gonna make it hard for my husband. Whatever you can provide, we're gonna make it work.
Right.
Can I
That's
interrupt?
my
Can I just say something real quick? First of all,
Go ahead.
your wife, this is because she's the truth. Let's start there, all right?
Facts.
You'll never find
See
anybody
how
better.
we getting somewhere. We agree on something.
There. Okay. Secondly, your first two wives, how did that go? Ain't go that well, right?
It was hard. I'm saying this because, bro, this is what brothers go through. I'm brothers. I went and put a hijab on Taniqua and Shanquisha. And both of them are Christians now. Both of them left Islam.
But
So but this is the thing. When I came home from prison, I didn't have nothing. I had all the knowledge in the world. I can recite Quran forward and backwards, but wasn't nobody checking for me? They like, oh, he just came from prison. He looking for somewhere to stay. They was hitting me with that. Maybe I am looking for somewhere to stay. I want to be halal. Now, I know brothers done burnt that out. I'm not gonna be naive.
It's cold outside.
I know brothers burnt that out. I ain't gonna. That's another show for another day. But it was hard, and brother got to be halal. That's just being real. And Taniqua, I reconnected with Taniqua, and I let her know from the jump, like, hey, I ain't marrying no non-Muslim. So okay, well, what do y'all believe? Taught her Islam, literally, like you said, Naima. She put on a hijab, and the rest was history. Literally, even the marriage.
Right.
But I see a lot of sisters, like even like when I'm trying to hook people up and trying to make people halal, I see a lot of sisters. They put, and this is what the brothers are talking about. They put standards on us that they don't already even have.
Exactly.
They tell us what they want from a man, not like how you can be maintained where you're at. And that right there goes back to, that whole, I hate to keep bringing up the post, but that's the topic of the show, that it's that this respect ain't where it should be. It ain't, if that respect was where it should be in our community, it'd be like, okay, this brother trying, boom, boom, boom. Even like me and you, Sister Malika, we went through some guys, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a compromise. I'm not gonna forget them, my standards. I'm gonna work with the brother. I'm not gonna compromise.
You did send me a nutcase, though. I do say that.
But I warned you. I gave you forewarning.
But in the end, alhamdulillah, I got the one.
Yes, you did. Alhamdulillah. But in our community, it's gonna take that having mercy. I guess we can bring this full circle. From both sides, we got an understanding. But the problem is like both sides are, but the respect is not where it should be on both sides. It's not. I'm a man, so I'm definitely gonna speak from a man's point of view. And I'm glad I got to have you ladies on here so that y'all can speak from a lady's point of view. And of course, y'all did not abandon the comments.
Well, we kind of did.
We kind of did. I just
Yes.
wanted
They gonna
Brandon
stand on
Wheeler
time.
Muhammad to come on up here.
I sent him the invite. He might be a little shy, man. I don't know.
He could keep his camera off.
Yeah, he can keep his camera off.
Muhammad, you gonna come up? I told Lily to come too, because Lily had a lot to say.
Yeah, I told her to come up. Bring her up. She
Rakaya, ask
was okay with it.
I want Rakaya to speak. Rakaya, ask Farouk if if he mind. You see the sisters, they got their cameras off because they know because they husbands is old school like me. They know they get sweet trip coming down them steps at 6:49 in the morning. So play with it. But Princess Amira, Assalamu alaikum, sis, what's going on? Sister Amira, this is it's not Facebook or YouTube. It's a separate streaming platform called StreamYard. It's called StreamYard. And all you do is just make an account. It's like $25 a month. And you can do this and you can send invites to you can copy a link and send an invite. All right, Naima. But good looking for coming out and making yourself clear. All the perspectives matter. All the perspectives matter, most definitely. And that's why I was, anybody want to come up and add to. I don't want to be the one dominating the conversation.
Don't leave us up here by ourselves. Y'all come up, brothers come up.
Hey, I'm hot.
Sisters.
I got a lot of breath. I can still go. They can leave me by myself.
Take off there.
Sister Rakaya said she can't come on, but she got us in the comments.
Yeah, so that one that I wanted to address.
I just want, like the thing about it is with the men, like if the men would be more about the communication and how they feeling instead of going to such and such and telling them how they feel instead of telling their wives how they feel. Tell your wife how you feel and how it makes you feel when she is not attentive or not receptive to what you got going on.
And also, some of us need to, we need to be able to receive it.
But also, you definitely got to be able to receive it.
Men have to, from both sides, men and women, it's not about what you say. Well, it is about what you say, but it's also about how you say it. You get what I'm saying? So, it can be taken a whole different way if you be like, let's say, for example, you'd be like, dang, I ain't got no food. You ain't got my food ready. Versus, dang, babe, what happened? I ain't no food. If the whole tone is changed,
right? She might have fell down the steps.
It'll be taken
allegedly.
It'll be received better. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, I won't always real because I love keeping it real. I didn't learn that until you.
I want my husband to be able to tell me when I'm doing something wrong or when I'm not doing something at all that he wants me to do. Hey, babe, look, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I want you to do this way. Don't, beat me down when I do something incorrect. Just correct me.
Yes, because that can be very discouraging. It really can. It can be very, very discouraging.
I take the nasiha. I'll be the first one to say
and
it.
And this on women's side too, because
because women don't know it. A lot of women don't know how to communicate either because they've been on such a defense because of the type of men that they have dealt with.
Not even only that, but the type of upbringing they had. a lot of us was brought up in, you know, very, very rough situations, and we had to be on defense mode. We had to, you know, fight all the time, and we don't know how to differentiate between, you know, we don't know how to separate that upbringing versus, you know, when we actually in a marriage or relationship period, you know, even with like, you know, with sisterhood or, you know, anything.
But
You know,
even as an adult,
we don't have
even
any
as an
balance with
adult,
that.
you know what's right and wrong. Even though you weren't brought up a certain type of way, you know you're doing something right and you know you're doing something wrong.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah, most
that's just
definitely to
being
an
an
extent.
adult. So, you know, like all the times I do understand that people were brought up with bad backgrounds and all of that, but all of the time you can't blame the lack of you for what you grew up seeing, because there's people out here that's been through worse and own their own big corporations and all of this stuff and didn't let what, you know, they went through defeat them.
Yeah, but somewhere along the lines they learned that.
Black people have to stop being oppressed and suppressed by what they went through. You got to be willing to come up out of the oppression and suppression that you went through. If you don't do that, you will always have an enslaved mind. If a man went to jail for 15 years and he comes home still acting like a prisoner, then he has programmed himself to continue to be a prisoner.
True.
So if a woman has been a whore for 15 years and now she wants to change her mind, she has to deprogram herself from not wanting to give her body away. You got to learn how to control your own mind.
Yeah, you got to unlearn and relearn. Most definitely.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. This is a good point. Sister Rakaya said, when men aren't taught to be emotionally stable and emotionally intelligent, we'll also say women make their lives hard. That is true.
So true.
Yeah,
That's
that
true.
most
And
definitely
That's
is.
definitely true.
men, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, most men, the guys, my guys, the guys, we don't have no emotional intelligence. But I'm gonna say this. Why I got the sisters here. Will y'all please stop thinking we speak emotion? We do not. We speak rational. We don't speak emotion. And there's a
Some
big
men don't speak emotion.
most.
It's some
Well,
it's some
and that's
Al B.
why it's a
Shore,
lot
Ralph
of problems
Tresvant
in
men out
marriages,
here too.
because that's why it's a lot of problems in marriages, because if y'all know women are emotional, you know, y'all, you know, it got to be emotional connection. It got to be compassion emotionally.
Assalamu alaikum, Abu Muhammad. Can you come up? I
Oh
think there might
no.
hey, I
My
need
phone
somebody
going dead.
speak.
Girl, your
I need
phone ain't
somebody
going dead.
speak
Stay
six,
on
man.
here.
My phone dead.
Oh.
Yeah,
Or is
bring
it
Abu
broke?
Muhammad up here.
Or is it through against that kitchen floor? Which one?
I ain't scared of y'all.
But
I
we
am
don't.
not scared of Muhammad.
Abu Muhammad, let me know if you can come through, man. Give us another brother's perspective, because I don't want to. I want to see what other brothers got to say.
And he an older brother, so he done, you know,
And
he
he
got a lot
said
of
it.
experience.
Men are emotionally selfish. He said
He
it. Now
said it.
that's my husband.
Wow, look at him do a face. He like, dang, you gonna turn your back
Yeah.
on me?
No, that's true. I'm with that. That's why I said we don't speak emotional. We don't speak that
But
language.
sometimes y'all want us to get on y'all level. You got to get on our level too.
That's hard. That's hard, because we have in our DNA to have to kill a person if we have to. That's not really in y'all's DNA. Y'all
But
will. And y'all,
some women bred like that. You got to remember the same hood you came from, I came from too. We
that's
bred
true.
like that.
That's true, but that's in men. Like, if there's a war to be fought, men are going to go and fight that war. So we look at things like that without that much emotion. We don't look at it with that much emotion. It, just like one thing, if we communicate, like going back to the communication issues, like y'all said, where like a lot of times in our relationships, that is the biggest disconnect. That not having like men being more rational than they are emotional, and vice versa. And all the time, I can admit to it. I'll be like, "What? What are you talking about?" And I'll say it. I'll be like, "I have no clue what you're talking about. Do y'all shut it down, or what do we do in that situation? What do we do?" I know all the guys just be like, "Man, don't argue with her." But y'all,
But a
I like,
woman got to be able to learn how to explain her emotions to her husband without debating with him about them.
That's game. That's game.
See, that's the problem with a lot of women. Everything is not when you need to explain instead of debate. That's where the problem comes in because it's always a debate.
That's true. That's true. Which takes us back. I think for real that's I think the older sisters haven't relayed that to the younger sisters. I think that might not have happened. Because like I was saying earlier, the women are just so beautiful and they strong, they smart, they educated, and and it will, because of those things, it'll quickly turn into a debate. But the nature of a man is like, what? I'm not feeling, men, when men got a debate, at the end of that debate is a punch in the face, not
Right.
violence. I'm talking about as far as men. Like when the argument is gonna last 5 seconds with a man. If we playing basketball and I make a call and the dude be like, "Nah, man, you ain't getting that." Like, "Nah, it's going this way." It ain't gonna be too much more of that conversation. They're gonna be fighting.
Yeah, because they detach from it.
We have to.
But it's got to be some kind of meat in the middle. That's why I say, if we willing to explain our emotions to each other more, and the person you should be able to trust the most with your emotions is your spouse.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you can't, explain your emotions to your spouse, then maybe that ain't the relationship for you. If you constantly in a debate, because me and my husband ain't running for president and I ain't running for vice president.
Yes. Teach these sisters. Yes. Yes. And it's okay. And for y'all who don't know, this game is coming from a sister that's a boss. Most of the sisters that be all haughty and crazy and sharp with their tongue, they don't even be bosses in their own right. In their own right. That's wisdom coming from a sister who has wisdom. If
Yeah,
our sisters embrace this, like our younger sisters, if they embrace that, hold up. Why don't the sisters embrace that? Why don't
because a lot of people have been presented with the ratchet dunya life. And they like that. They like that buck back because that's what they've been presented with. A lot of people don't know when to reel it in. Let me say this, a lot of women have taken on the masculine role instead of being feminine.
and a bunch of sisters said in here that women have been abandoned and they have to be hard like that in order to survive, which is true.
But
But
not all the time. Not all the time. You can still
that's what I was about to
survive
say.
and
You
be
got to know
feminine
how to
at the
turn
same
that off.
time.
Yeah, we
You
must
got to know how to turn that off.
You
yeah,
gotta know how to turn it off.
sisters
Like
most definitely got to find a balance.
Yes.
yeah, and most of the women out here looking for the man that's got everything
Yes.
instead of being the woman that'll help him get everything.
Yes. Yes.
I'd
And then
rather,
look at you like
I'd rather
you
help.
ain't got everything. And then
Right.
I'm like, well,
I'd
you
rather
ain't got
help
everything. Oh, you the
my
man.
husband lay a foundation and we build from there than to, piece through the rocks.
That's why I don't care if these sisters call me a 50-50 sister. I don't care. You remember that topic? You remember
But
that?
I don't care if I'm called a 90% sister and a 10% husband. I don't care about none of that. As
They were
long
like
as my
bashing
husband
women
is
for like
willing to teach me
helping
what
their
I need to
husbands.
know and lead me in the right direction, I'm good with that.
And when I say 50-50, like, I mean, for me, I just, I don't know. I just understand the whole family thing. It's hard out here for Black men. And for me, this is my family. I'm not a lazy chick, none of that. I'm gonna get out here and do what we gotta do. Oh, you want to build a house? We don't know how, but we about to build this house one way or another.
Right.
It's gonna get
Yeah,
built.
yes.
Now
And
I'm gonna
a
keep it
lot
all
of
the way
our
real.
sisters
I've been
live.
telling Nyla a long time that I ain't cutting no grass. I can't do it. I can't do it.
And I go out there and cut some grass with some scissors.
She
if
gonna cut the grass. I will lay the bricks when y'all get done cutting the grass because I ain't cutting no grass. That's a little too much for me.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. She ain't. That's how. That's how me and her lightweight met for real. I seen her cutting her grass. She's so independent. She ain't need no man to cut her grass.
No, you lying. I wish a man would have came and cut it. Don't do that though. I ain't had no choice. The grass was like 5 inches.
I seen it on her story, and I was like, interesting. A woman cutting grass. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was interested. I was interested because that right there, that picture told me, oh, that's one of the ones that can get it done, and that'll roll her sleeves up if she got to roll her sleeves up. And I
Yeah, I roll my sleeves up every day and I go work 14 hours every day. But I'm also gonna pay the man to cut my grass because I ain't doing it.
Everything ain't for everybody. But I ain't gonna lie, she the type person that's like good at everything that she do. She had not ever did none of the work that y'all see her, and she don't do like most of like the manly stuff that goes with that. Like she got a very like she got a position within my company that any woman can do. So she ain't butch and and all that. And I know some people might perceive it that way. It ain't. No, she got a easy enough role for like woman. Then a lot of times y'all see her like on my landscaping jobs and stuff. She don't lift none of those rocks. She will, and she has. But like the rocks and them boulders and all that mulch and all that, I move all of that stuff. Like she might do something like while I'm getting the tarps and stuff ready, she'll go grab the wheelbarrow and I go load the wheelbarrow up. She can push it because she's strong, she work out and everything. And she likes to work out. So, she'll get in there and push the wheelbarrow. I dump it. she'll put it right there, but all right, go ahead. And I'll dump it. But that I ain't even gonna lie. A lot of sisters, man, y'all miss that. Like that type of stuff is bonding. I ain't even gonna lie. That type stuff is bonding. Like for me, that is like a very important thing for me. And I'm speaking towards a point. The point I'm speaking towards is sisters not making it hard for brothers. Having that appropriate amount of respect for a man. There have been many times I ain't have it. But the conversation with her was like, okay, well, how we gonna go get it? And
Right.
the problem in that we have in our community is, she don't try to drive the truck and the trailer. She don't try to do all of that. She be like, listen, I'm sitting right here shotgun. When you need me to do something, you let me know. That is what we have to have in order for us to build. We got too much of the women that's just like what you said, Malika. Like they looking at the man like what you got and what you gonna give me from what you got. And brothers ain't responding to that well. I ain't even gonna hold you. And it's a lot of sisters. And I'm a be the first one to say it. Y'all are beautiful, y'all gorgeous, y'all educated. Okay. All right, check. Back to the topic of the conversation. Me and the guys had a conversation about this earlier. We don't get none of that money. And if we don't bow down to your beauty, you gonna get your beauty to somebody else too. That ain't what we require. We want that respect. That's what we want. That respect and that cooperation. And a lot of sisters were downshift when they see that a brother ain't got it yet or he trying to get it together. That don't mean that he can't be married. That don't mean that he can't be the guy, be your guy. You might be on. A lot of sisters is on, and brothers ain't. If you see that this is a good guy, he trying, what's up?
Need to be like Khadijah.
Khadijah.
Rabbi Allah
Hey,
anha.
my thing is with my husband, if my husband would have told me, like, look, I'm homeless, I ain't got nowhere to live. Okay, well, I figured out in the first week that was going to be my husband. And I knew that anything that he didn't come with, that I was able to help provide. So if he would have told me he ain't have nothing, okay, well, I'm going to get you here and we got what we need here.
Facts. Simple as that. Now that, bringing this conversation full circle, that what y'all just said, and this what we hitting on, is what women bring to the table. That support. That support. I'm like so satisfied with the way that this live stream went. I bet you a lot of people who tuned in thought it was gonna be real messy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure my inbox gonna be jumping like, I can't believe you took the brother's side on this.
Exactly. And they seen this title, What Do Women Bring to the Table? Y'all is toxic. Y'all toxic. We try to build. We ain't trying to destroy. We got to disconnect on both sides of the spectrum. And a lot of this stuff, what y'all seeing on this live stream, is stuff that, conversations that all of us have behind the scenes. And we be trying to figure out how to get it delivered, to the masses, like I was telling Naima earlier, so that we can speak towards the mentality that's out here. Because we got to be real, man. The brothers, we laugh and joke about it all the time. It's a lot of sexy reds in hijab. A lot of them. And that is destabilizing the community. The brothers, honestly, we'd be like, that's the sister's responsibility. Y'all got to clean them and dean them. That way they be some good for us. And we making efforts. Y'all got the sisters group and everything. Alhamdulillah, that thing is taking off. They got almost 1,000 members in there now. And y'all doing some real good stuff, having these types of topics and conversations. So y'all definitely making the initiative on that behalf. But ultimately, I think I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all agree. Is that what women? One of the things that women bring to the table is that unconditional support.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what they should bring to the table.
That's what they should bring to the table.
You got to get out of the mindset of, oh, dude, he got this amount of money. I want, my dowry is $7,000. $7,000 dowry ain't gonna guarantee that you ain't gonna get played, sis. It ain't gonna guarantee that you gonna get a bad apple out of the bag, sis. It's not gonna guarantee anything at all. It does not determine nothing at all.
Sister Zachariah says, shouldn't he be trying to focus on himself first? Absolutely.
Of course.
That's what she's saying, like if he don't have any money.
Oh yeah, because that's pretty much what we talking about. If brother ain't really got it.
But see,
he most definitely should. But also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, put barakah in marriages. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of brothers don't have a lot of money when they get married, and Allah blesses that situation.
And a lot of people need to quit basing relationships on monetary value.
Yes.
Like he might not have a lot of money, but he got a lot of knowledge. He got good character. He got all the other things. So I don't 100% agree with that. I just don't. That's
because my opinion.
But that's what I'm doing on my end, and the guys. That's what we doing on our end. We trying to scoop up as many of the brothers as we possibly can. But y'all hear me say it all the time. Right now, the women got the bag. Y'all got the money. The movement is working through y'all. Look at the majority of the people that tap into these live streams, these sensitive topics, these highly intellectual topics. It's the sisters, and y'all taking this stuff back home, and y'all taking this stuff and embodying it, and this is becoming y'all's criteria when y'all getting with the brothers. So it's reaching the brothers, but men are arrogant. Most men think that they have it figured out.
Bring Sister Zachariah up. She said
Okay.
she bring her up. She was answering the
I'm about to
question.
send it.
A lot of women are arrogant too, though.
Yeah, most
Well, I'm
definitely.
saying men are arrogant to the point where they don't feel like they need to watch something like this. They don't need to listen to men. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a taboo inside the man community, especially black men, where we be like, man, listen, why? What you do in your household is what you do in your household. What I do in my household is what I do in my household. So it's very hard to get through to men.
Yeah, because a lot of them don't care.
What do you mean?
Like, for one, us as a people, if we can band together as a people and come together and agree on something, then we'll be stronger that way. See, that's what's wrong with black people. They want to fight each other so much on what the truth is. Now, the truth is this is a problem between the black man and the black woman. Why wouldn't you want to help solve this?
Or why would you think that you're exempt from this? Like, this could be things that's that you lacking personally, but you don't want to accept it. So you don't.
And a lot of the men who didn't want to be on here probably going through what we talking about.
Yeah, I mean they are. That's why I kept reiterating throughout the topic.
Abu Muhammad said, "Put him in."
I'm putting him in.
But like it don't go nowhere.
Shoot. Let me see. I gotta see his name is in Arabic, so I gotta. All right. I think I just seen Sister Zachariah pop in. Abu Muhammad, I'm putting it in the guys group because I can't look you up because I don't have Arabic on my keyboard. The link is in the guys group, Abu Muhammad. But alhamdulillah, the beautiful thing that we have, is destruction of Islam. We have what you call it, we have Jum'ah and Ta'aleem, and that's a good bonding time for men, for us to be able to have these conversations and these manly conversations. But a lot of this stuff don't be you know what I'm saying, it don't be spoken about. All right, we got a full house. Sister Ufti Zakaria. You
got kicked me out. I'm sorry.
There she go. What's going on, Sister? Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I was answering the question. One of the sisters posted, well, what about a brother trying to get 3 wives and he's not stable? And I said, well, he should be focusing on himself. Because if you can't even provide for yourself, let alone the first one, you should be trying to add 2 more to that. You know what I'm saying? We have to be mindful of the reasoning why we do polygamy. You know what I'm saying? In Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's time, it wasn't about personal desires. We all know that. Most of us should anyway. It was about building Islam. He married certain women. And so that, because a lot of the areas around there during Mecca and Medina, the countries, they were against Islam. And so he married certain women in the stature. So that way there were, to not, I guess, kind of say, prevent the wars or whatever. Because, if you marry my sister or my daughter or something like that, I ain't finna go and shoot you up, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So it was a war tactic strategy in regards to that. And so I would just answer her question. But I also was saying,
are you saying that is the reason for polygyny?
No. I'm saying the reason, because a lot of men, I was speaking to the sister, because a lot of men, when you ask them about it, they always say, well, it's sooner. And they never, yeah, it's sooner, but it's not something that is obligatory. It's a reward to the men. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that you have to do. And like the Surah An-Nisa says, it's better to just have one if you can't be just to them all.
But
So
you,
I
but
would
this,
just
let me give you a different perspective on that.
What
Uh,
in Surah the ayat in Surah Nisa is talking about if you can't be just to amongst the orphans, marry women of your choice, 2, 3, or 4. And if you cannot be just with them, then marry one from which your right hand possess. In our time, we don't have any right hand possessions because there's no wars. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he married women for many reasons: to strengthen family tie, to bring about peace between different tribes. When the Prophet Sallallahu married Safiya alayhi salam, he married her. She was from Banu Qurayza. Banu Qurayza was one of the Jewish tribes in Medina. So when they captured after the Battle of the Khandaq, they had seized, the Muslims had seized Banu Qurayza, and Sophia was one of the captives. He ended up marrying her, right? And this was to bring about to end any feud or dispute between the Muslims and Banu Qurayza. So there was different reasons why the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam married women. When he married Aisha radiallahu anha, it wasn't just because it was decreed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and him having a dream. It was also to eliminate a practice from the Quraysh that they had brought, that they were still utilizing from Jahiliyyah. That when the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and Abu Bakr Siddiq, they was best friends. They, you know what I'm saying, but they was brothers. So he married Aisha radiallahu anha to eliminate that tradition among the Quraysh. You know,
Oh,
so
okay. So Sister Zachariah, you was just replying to the sister. I didn't see that comment. I'm sorry. It showed up like as a regular comment. So that's why, I
oh
gave an opinion.
oh no, it's okay. I just wanted to
yeah, I
explain,
missed that too.
why that. But I also wanted to say, for me personally, I feel like in marriages, it should be. It's never going to be 100%. We have to understand that it's always going to be a fraction that you're given, but it always it should add up to 100% collectively. Sometimes the man gonna bring 40%. You got to pull up to 60%. We got to just be mindful of each other. I feel like so much in our melanated communities, we've been so traumatized by things that went on in our past and things that happened that we don't know how to move forward. We got to learn how to move forward. Our men should be our kings, our women should be our queens, and we should be treating each other as such. We got to learn this respect boundary between each other. No one is better than the next. We all trying to work towards the same goal and purpose, and that's what we fail to realize. You are my spouse. You're not my competition. You are my partner.
I think that's important for
Alhamdulillah.
people to understand
Alhamdulillah.
on both sides. On both sides, like we all agree, it's shortcomings on both sides, and there's a disconnect on both sides. My post is a knee jerk reaction that like a lot of people probably didn't see the beginning of it, but the topic is I made a post saying basically that men don't get the respect that quote unquote we deserve. And when I say men, I mean men. We not talking about little boys that then broke your heart and guys that then played around on you and all that. That's a different conversation for a different day. There are hard working men, good men, are not don't have the appropriate respect level in their lives, and I'm speaking from women in general. Just for example, I had to block a sister who was like, this sister was like literally begging to marry me for like at least since like 2017, but it was like always some stuff like that was off. She didn't care if she was the second, third, or fourth wife, and she commented on the post. I ain't gonna say her name, not yet anyway. But I'm saying I'm making a point with this. And she Muslim. She Muslim. She coming on points that you of all people should got nerve. Like what? Like that's what I'm talking about, and that's what I told her. Is like people like you is the reason why I made that point, that post, that respect level. Like I'm obviously a person that should get the respect as a good man. I ain't out here sleeping around. I ain't out here doing drugs. I ain't knocking nobody over. I ain't doing none of that. I'm out here struggling with my thing and taking care of my family. That's all anybody see me post, and anybody that know me, they know that that's all I do. I don't hang with no bars, no clubs. And on the other hand, this same individual is into all of that. Bars, clubs, homosexuality, the whole night. And I know this because I didn't talk to the sister before. But there is this toxic mentality with that exists with our women that, oh, I'm beautiful and all I have to do is post a picture of myself and I got 50 brothers like mashallah, assalamu alaikum, sister, and they all in her inbox, which somehow equates to the fact that she can talk to men however she want to talk to them. And this is a problem. This is a
I
problem.
agree, brother.
And what's so silly is like I almost got real petty because I'm like, so you got real nerve, and I was nice to her. It's like, please don't, come at me like that. She was calling me a girl and was like, my post is sassy. She said, so what? She said, you sassy. What do you want a dowry now? I'm like,
What?
whoa. Oh, wow.
Nah, Sister
Yeah,
Naila should have been chin checking her.
Oh, she was on her.
Because
She was
that's
on
just
her head.
rude and
She was
disrespectful.
on her head for sure. She was on her head for sure. But that's the reason I made that post, because there's so many of them types of like, and mind you, I literally can show y'all in my inbox this sister begging me for money, begging me to marry her, or it's up and out of nowhere text me like, hey, assalamu alaikum, I'm hungry. Like what? I done told this girl 1,000 times, like, I don't send money to random females. I have helped her before. I sent her some money because she went and got her groceries and everything, and she called me on Messenger out of nowhere. And I was married at the time, and my wife at the time knew about it or whatnot, but she called me on Messenger and was like, I just went to the grocery store and my card declined, boom, 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 my kids and this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, I got you. I ain't gonna be no jerk or whatever. I sent her the bread. And a person like that has nerve, and I've known this woman since 2017. Literally, she ain't never seen me do nothing but post my wife or my wives, take family vacations, and work hard and teach Islamic knowledge. That's all I do on my page. You got the nerve to have that tone with me? I feel sorry for the sucker that she inboxing right now. For the Muslim brother that's interested in her and asking her what her dowry is. I feel sorry for that sucker. How do
That's kind of messed up, bro.
women get to that point?
That's messed up. As a woman, I'm disgusted with just hearing what you just said. As a sister, as a woman in general, because you know what I'm saying. We should respect our men. We should respect ourselves. You know what I'm saying. Respect yourself, and you can respect other people. You know what I'm saying? Like we all have a struggle, we all have an issue, and like women like that, you know what I'm saying? Like beauty fades, Charlotte. You understand what I'm saying? But what do you have to give me outside of your beauty? Because in a way, you gonna get wrinkles and you gonna get a little bit of stretch marks and all. What else do you got? Like you want to be, you know what I'm saying? You can't encourage me, you can't uplift me. You want to pretty much down me and disrespect me all for because you can't get your way. We gotta, as women, we gotta get out of this childish mentality that I want what I want when I want it, because it ain't always that way. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up because we live in this microwave society. You pop it in and go, let's go. No, it don't work that way in real life though. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man.
Thank you. That I need that to be put on those types of situations. I done ran into so many of those types of situations, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's my guys. Like when they were single and they trying to get married, this is what they running into. They run. We had Nyla. You have to tell them we was trying to. One of my guys, he just came home, and I always tell people it was three musketeers. It was me, Imam Nadir, Sister Naima, who was just on her husband, and it was another brother named Bo, Abdullah. That's my boy, man. I'm talking about this brother is as good as looking as it can get. It don't. When it comes to out of a 10 scale, this brother is a 10. Good looking brother. He got the good pretty hair, fair skin. He muscular, and the brother know his deen. I had Nyla contacted some sisters, so we gotta get the brother married. We got to get Nyla. Tell her the responses that we was getting.
They ain't want him because he, that he was fresh out of jail. They was like, nah. They're like, where he work at, how much money he got. That was the only thing they was worried about. No sisters asked, do he know his dean? Was his character like? It was literally, wallahi, it was sad because it was literally all about money and what do he have. What do he have?
and I'm here to tell you, he ain't got married yet. He just been grinding since he been home. He been home, I think, since maybe like 7-8 months. Just copped the Benz, got his own place. The spot is paid up for 6 months because he ain't got no kids. He literally spent like almost his whole life, half his life in prison. He don't have no kids, no none of. Watch the views go up as I'm talking about this brother. Watch.
Yep, they looking like
Wait, look, they gonna say, you say he got a Benz? He got a Benz? I want to marry him. Where he at?
Wow. He just copped the Benz. He got his spot is paid up for 6 months. He out here having his way. But I wanted to, I told him, I was like, man, the women are aggressive now. He literally did like 20 years flat in prison. And I'm here to tell you, he's smarter than the vast majority of people that I know that's been free for the entire 20 years. He is one of the brothers that inspired me, who a lot of people watch weekly, to be what I am now. I come in the cell, I'd be like, hey man, turn on Jerry Springer. He's like, nah, bro, we finna watch Charlie Rose, man. You tripping. We ain't watching that. He was on that type time. He the one that taught me to start reading. He the one that taught me to learn about politics, to learn about our position in this world. He young. He ain't old, he young. He ain't but 36. But the response that we was getting, and we were going after, we like, let's go after some younger, attractive sisters, you know what I mean? Because you want to make sure that somebody's attracted to, who they want to be with. And we contacted some attractive sisters, some credible sisters. All of them responded. It was like, how much money does he make? What does he do? It's like, where does this sense of entitlement come from? What is going on in our community? Not how much Quran does the brother know. That should be the question.
Sufyan said, hit him up. He knows someone for he got somebody for the brother.
Oh.
Inshallah.
See, we're making them connections. All right, we've been rolling.
But the ones that be having them high dowries and stuff like that be the first ones to get married.
Man, no. All them sisters that got them high dowries. As long as I've been seeing the high dowry debate in the community, they all still single.
There's some brothers that'll pay them.
Abu Muhammad, you know some brothers that's paying these sisters out here?
My dowry was high.
I want a sheep.
Yep, sure.
Or a camel.
Do.
Equivalent that.
Yep,
I want a sheep or a camel. How about that?
Do.
You said it's some. Some guys.
No. Somebody said they want a 2024 Tesla with the Lamborghini doors.
You know what? Who. We was already married when I said that.
Now we're getting into fiqh. Muhammad, you know her fiqh. You can't get that off on her now.
Now, Muhammad. Now keep it all the way real. What was my dowry, my love?
I ain't gonna even say. I ain't gonna even say. It wasn't high at all. It wasn't high at all, and it wasn't unattainable.
Alhamdulillah. That's what's high. That's unattainable.
Yep, it wasn't unattainable.
For the most part, you see, Abu Muhammad, I mean, you're an OG out here, man. You're a leader in the community and have been for a long time. Them sisters that's making it hard for brothers, are they getting married?
There are some that's getting married because they're taking a compromise.
Oh, they're compromising.
Yeah,
they're coming out.
And then you could have the dowry can be deferred for a particular time, it could be paid in installments. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as
This
it
is stuff
get
we don't
paid
know.
by long as it get paid and get paid by that deferment time. You know what I mean? So, and then even if they divorce, the dowry is still owed. You know,
Yeah,
that's still a debt that has to be paid. You know, you're
right.
not free from that.
As long as it's consummated, right?
Yeah, even once it's even if it's not consummated, half the dowry have to be
Right,
still paid. It's still
right,
owed.
right, 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 right. There was something I wanted to address before we hang this
Well,
up.
well, look, I gotta go, man. I gotta go.
Okay.
I'm supposed to have been asleep. At work in the morning, man. I get up in
Yeah,
about 4 hours.
absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi
Thanks, Sarah, for
wabarakatuh.
Thanks for coming in, Shay. Any of y'all got anything to add before we wrap this up?
No, I need to call my husband before we go to sleep.
Oh, here you go. Let that be the reason. You put
Let
What is
in
this
that
work.
be
comment
the
up here?
reason.
What is this comment up here on the thing?
Sister Rakaya, I wanted to address this. I guess however much time we got. Sister Rakaya said we don't ask men to bring what we bring to the table. Women getting the bag and have plenty of sex toys. We value y'all for who y'all are in essence. I'ma say that's true for the good women. And you have that mentality, Sister Rakaya, and you married. We got a lot of sisters that don't understand that, and they are not married. And one thing we have to know is the unmarried people causing a destabilization inside of the community. That's a destabilization in the community if we're not married. We need to get married. We need to get married. We need to build families, and we can't build a community if we haven't first built families. That's how it's destabilizing. It must happen. So as long as the people is just out here thinking that they just find the finest thing in the world and they gonna sit back for 5 years and wait and like what do the women be saying? Don't compromise. We're not compromising. Don't compromise your standards. That's another one of those reverberations. But uh, the sisters that compromise, they get married, which is the goal. The goal is to be married, have a family, and love on each other for as long as y'all possibly can. That is the goal. And strong families will build a strong community. And that is the reason for this type of conversation. So that everybody that hears this and sees this, y'all will start looking for y'all one. And alhamdulillah, everybody that came on here is married or about to get married or close to getting married.
Assalamu alaikum.
Please.
I was gonna say I'm divorced for 3 years and I'm happy and at peace. So I'm not married. So I agree with your statements, and
About
then
to
I
get married
disagree
though, right?
slightly. Inshallah, I have some, like the sister said, it'd be some weird brothers, and I just, what I'm saying, to me it ain't about the finances. I finance myself, so I agree with Sister Rokaya. To me it's about your deed, and then when I get to talking to these brothers and asking them the questions, they don't give me the answers that will make me interested. So I'm just like, I'm good.
Which
You
are
know what I'm
what?
saying?
Tell the people what that is, because you probably speaking for a lot of women.
Well, me, like I asked one brother, I asked him, of course, we gonna all ask the general question. You make salah. Most of the time you gonna say, yeah. Do you go to Juma as a man? Yeah, I go to Juma. Okay, what are your study habits? How do you study? Brother, like, well, I don't study. That's a red flag for me. You don't study. So, but you make salah, you go to Juma. So, and I'm like, well, if you don't study, well, I can study what my wife helped me, push me. No, bro. Like, if I do it, you're gonna do it. So I want somebody that's doing it on their own, because you're gonna be a leader in my household. How, if I'm already studying, I'm already a seeker of knowledge, and you're not, you just doing the bare minimum. I mean, we always got to crawl before we walk, but I don't want to be with somebody that just feel like Salah and Juma is just enough, when we are taught that knowledge is obligatory upon every Muslim. So you're not seeking to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the issue for me.
I agree 100%. That's a very good point made. Sound like Sister Yvette, you late. You'd have missed all the fireworks, Yvette. We had it pop. Oh, Sister Malika, she had something that she was gonna add. It's not allowing me to put it up. Dang, I'm hitting it and it's not popping up.
See, we're talking and compromising. You see how we came to an understanding?
100%. 100%. And that's what this is about. That's why I'm glad, a lot of people kind of weighed in on the post. And we can bring it. I was hoping that, the post would, catch fire, and they did. Both of them did. I'm like, okay, now, the juices is flowing. We can have the conversations. That's why when I made the little post with my wife smacked me upside my head, I said, y'all done earned it. If the post didn't really get a good response, I'd be like, okay, this ain't something relative, and the people probably ain't, they ain't they're not acquainted with what's going on, but we obviously are. And the conversation has, this is one of hopefully, inshallah, many, but the conversation is had. And I think, I'm very satisfied with this conversation. Y'all put a beautiful spin on that. Y'all did well. Me and Nada was all day. We was like, man, we hope this don't turn into nothing with each other or with the people that come on.
Yeah, because I've been talking to my husband all day, like, whatever go on, you can't be mad at me.
Because this could go left. This could go way left. But I think the right people, chimed in, even in the comments, as long as people speaking their part about these sensitive topics, we can get it all out and different perspectives. I learned some stuff from y'all today.
I think we all learned some stuff from each other, because we all, one way or another slack in different areas, and sometimes we just need to hear it, and then the next step is implementing it, inshallah.
Inshallah. I do Miko comment.
What Sister Malika said? Malika?
Sister Malika said these gender wars are counterproductive. It implies that both have equal power, when in fact we both need each other. And Allah Ta'ala defined our roles and mapped out our roles as Muslims. We can't deny this marriage is ibadah. Nothing else. Work on yourself and guard your flock. Absolutely.
Alhamdulillah.
100%. Absolutely. And inshallah, we are negotiating the end of the gender wars, and we can finally, like you said, build some families. And because right now, I don't know if y'all know the statistics, is that 75% of Black women are single. 75%. So two things: we not getting married at a safe rate, and we're not staying married at a safe rate. And that's detrimental to our community as a whole. We can't be strong. When you have a strong family, you build strong character and characteristics inside of the members of that family. And those members of that family go out into the community with those strong characters and characteristics, and they add that to the community. So we ain't gonna get nowhere with all the stuff that we know is wrong in our society. All the sexy reds and poo shiesties that's out here. They all coming out of unwedded situations, broken homes, and ultimately broken communities. And I'm a huge and staunch proponent of the fact that we need to mend families first before we can start. Because when simple things you learn when you have a family, sharing with your brother and sister, everybody sharing all of the limited resources that's inside of the house. You learn the consideration, you learn the respect, to talk to people, other people, a different kind of way, to prefer other people. We watch our kids. It might not be so many snacks, and we'll divide, the little bit of snacks that we have, and we'll watch them break the snacks up amongst each other and say, here, that way they can, they're preferring others, preferring somebody else above themselves, they're going to go into society with these types of characteristics. And that stuff is integral if we're going to get anywhere as a people, anywhere. But before we do that, we got to get on the same page. And we got to all have respect. All right, y'all. Last call for alcohol. We right at 2 hours. Inshallah ta'ala, we'll do it again. We got to make a different time. I know y'all do y'all ladies groups on Saturday nights. It's kind of along the same lines of this. Y'all have general topics and stuff and share y'all stories. Guys don't do stuff like that, man. We don't. And we just get together and complaining about a bunch of stuff. But I really respect y'all's group. And I really encourage as many Muslim sisters that see this, y'all get in their group. They have a ladies group. It's called Our Souls Desire Islam. It's tagged on all of our pages. If not, y'all can just go to Sister Nyla's page. She got it tagged, or reach out to Sister Nyla or Sister Malika. They all, they the admins of the group. Sister Zachariah, they all in the group, and they do some, they doing some great things, and they building some good sisterhood. Everybody got problems. I ain't saying it's perfect, but they all coming together for a common goal and a common purpose, and that's to put on for this deen. That's what our women need. And, brothers is making individual efforts as well, but I'm really, really, really proud of that group. It's 900 members in that group now. And y'all really making an impact. That's a movement for real. Sister Lily says she's Saudi. She looked dumb because how she wanna marry you, but at the same time disrespect you. Yeah, with the same mouth disrespect. Yes, Shorty was wild. I don't know what she had going on. Probably mad that I didn't marry her. But all right, y'all.
She got some issues of her own. That's what it sounds like. She got to work. She got to check herself first. And that's the problem. We don't check ourselves. We always trying to check somebody else.
Right, and that ain't the way to come at nobody. Like the brothers all the time. Like sometimes one of the brothers, like if a sister like a sister like that, is she coming at a brother crazy? Like in our group, the brothers are, before they like respond or they like, be a little hard with her, they be like, "Do y'all know this sister? Like, do y'all know her husband? Do anybody know if she's married?" We ain't just finna be talking to somebody. That's another man's wife. We ain't nobody. We do that. Wallahi, we do that. Like we, we'll screenshot it, be like, "Hey man, y'all know her?" Like she was just acting wild on my post. Like, we ain't gonna do that. And the same difference, the same respect got to be had. I'm somebody's husband. You can't just come talking to me any old kind of way. But that's more, more probably what it was. I can't say, but may Allah guide her, and may Allah guide us all, and may Allah forgive us all for our shortcomings and our faults.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
Anything else, y'all? We're gonna get back to
but I think more of these conversations got to be had into, we see a difference, and we need I know brothers, have this mentality that they don't want to, correct men or, get in the business of the other man's household and all that. But, at the same time, if this is your brother in Islam, we got to start concerning ourselves with our brothers and sisters and correcting things. That's the only way we'll see a change.
Also,
and for the sisters that was, that have it all figured out, start mentoring the ones that don't,
the older sisters, we need to talk to the younger sisters so they can get some kind of structure, because they unstructured.
I mean, honestly, it's not even, older women versus younger women. It's not, because I've seen a lot of older women.
Yeah, but a lot of the older women have been through marriages and know what they did wrong in those marriages, and now are in new marriages and are starting to correct those things. So, if we get to the younger sisters before they start to make the mistakes that we already made.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So that only qualified to the older sisters that takes accountability, because you do got some older sisters that ain't well seasoned.
Yeah, because my first marriage, it wasn't the best marriage, but I can't just blame him. Somewhere I was faulted in that marriage also. So now I know that the marriage I'm in now, I have to correct myself. And I know that the things I did in that marriage, I can't do in this marriage.
Most
That's
definitely.
called
And may
growth.
Allah
We gotta
subhanahu wa
grow.
ta'ala make that easy for you. I mean,
I mean,
for
we
all
gotta
of us.
grow. I mean,
I
definitely, it's
definitely
about growth.
believe in making that link. That's what y'all's group does, having 900 members in the group. Y'all got folks 18, 19, 20, just took a Shahada, been Muslim for 40 years. That's a good demographic right there. And just that fraternization that y'all have, that is really helping. I'm going to tell y'all this, it helps my wife. She's a different person since she's been y'all been doing that group and y'all doing dhikr together, y'all learning fiqh, y'all learning aqidah, y'all learning women's issues and stuff. Like y'all really holding each other accountable for
Yeah, because
real.
we got a greater purpose.
Yep,
Absolutely.
that's for
Absolutely.
sure.
That stuff works, man, to belong to something positive like that. Yeah, I'm talking about when she be y'all be hearing me in the back, like, all right now, it's 1 o'clock. Like when she get off the phone, she be lit up. Like she be like, oh, we just had a good talk and I learned this. And one sister came and shared her story, and I never thought about stuff like that. Y'all got so many different perspectives that that's being had in that group. And that fraternization like that is huge. It is really, really huge. So, like y'all said, that link, and not really the younger sisters versus the older sisters, but that link,
Right.
even with the sister. I love Naima, man. Naima just a strong-minded person, very independent. Like she's a very smart person. Like
But
on
but a lot
college
of us
educated.
are, but we
Listen,
also
when she got on
disagree.
here with y'all, she was cool.
Yeah,
She
but we all
come all the
disagree
way
about
down.
certain things, but we know how to come together and compromise and talk about it.
That's what's
And that's
important.
the biggest thing. Like when, a lot of women can't be around a lot of women
Mm,
because of the different personalities, the differences in everybody's life. Everybody wasn't raised the same, everybody wasn't brought up this way or whatever. But we listen to each other's lives and each other's points and stuff like that. And we feed off of that.
That's the beauty in it, being able to come together as a collective and, know that the next sister may not, agree with you. And at the end of this day, is alhamdulillah, I still love you, sis. Ain't no tension, ain't no none of that.
Yeah,
Right.
that's really important. That's something that's really important. As women, that's a lot of times when you can't get past that mark, that be the issue, especially with us melanated women. Like, we are all at some point very strong minded. You know what I'm saying? And we have to understand, like you said, we can agree to disagree. Let me respect what your thought process is. Let me sit and think about that, meditate, try to understand from your perspective. Because my point of view ain't always right. It's more than one way to solve a math problem to get the same answer. You know what I'm saying? So,
Alhamdulillah.
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 What
absolutely.
they say exactly. You got to read that. It's so blurry.
Sister Nana.
Ah,
You my Nana. What's she talking about?
I'm weak.
Like, nah, she said she was typing fast. But this is what these live streams and this whole initiative, this is what this is about. What she just said. She said, Sister Nyla saved me from walking away from the dean, and I'm older than her. Sometimes it's more about someone having more knowledge about something.
She just trying to make me cry. That's it.
Alhamdulillah.
Trying to
Alhamdulillah.
make me cry.
I thought
That's
that comment was
beautiful.
for me. Sweep Kip down the steps. Say no. But no, that's what this stuff is about. Like we said, we had the conversation. Uh, we all got different perspectives, and we all, like Sister Zachariah just said, we all don't agree. But now we have an arsenal of perspective. When I'm hearing, when I'm hearing, things from y'all side, it's like, okay, all right, okay. Now I can take this back to the brothers. I could take this back. I could take this experience back when I'm building with guys like Naima made a good point. Counseling these individuals one on one and giving them the necessary advice. But at the same time, there's a mentality out here that people are conforming to. And that's the reason why I like to speak on these things so that we can try to level the playing field. We can hopefully eradicate this stuff. And now, the good sisters like y'all on here, and then the good brothers that do, these types of things, they don't see us a lot. And we be real busy with ourselves, working on ourselves, taking care of the kids. Anybody ain't got time to be hanging out on social media all day. All the people who ain't really responsible in life, they hanging out on social media all day. So they don't really get these run-ins with people like us. So these initiatives, I thank y'all, because these initiatives, even the people in the comments, Sister Lily, yeah, we've been rocking for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure y'all could have been watching Dateline and First 48 and Love of Hip Hop instead of sitting here doing this. Now y'all they got all that stuff on demand. Y'all ain't slick. As soon as y'all hang this up, y'all.
That's funny. I don't watch that Love and Hip Hop. That's degrading to me. That's degrading to the melanated community. I used to watch it before I became Muslim, though. I ain't gonna lie about that. But then it's
I
like
ain't gonna
something just
lie. I be
changed in
watching it
me.
because it be hilarious, girl. It be funny.
I watch it. I'm addicted to it.
Love and thoughts is hilarious.
It is psychology 101. It is psychology.
It teach me not to be like them.
Absolutely. I mean, to me, it's interesting. It's like very interesting that everything they taught us not to be, everybody's embracing that, and now that's being like propelled up to the top. That is so fascinating to me.
But that's the same thing that they're displaying. It's the same thing they talk about us about. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they use you. You know what I'm saying? They exploiting us for the negativity, but then they talk. But this is the way that you want us to be. You stereotype us as these type of people, and not everybody is like that. They always they put melanated people in one simple category, and we are a vast of different type of personalities and characteristics. You know what I'm saying?
But them type of people don't like being exploited because they getting paid for it. It's all about the money.
Absolutely.
So you sell your soul for the coin. You know?
That's what they do.
And they sucking our women into it. They're sucking our women into that stuff. That's when I'm making them posts, I'm talking about them. Because those types of women are putting on hijabs, and it's detrimental to the society, because can't nobody judge nobody. And those types of women are putting on hijabs, and they coming into Islam, and they taking good brothers off the surface. They taking good brothers off the surface with all that madness up under that hijab. They're doing it, and they're doing it because they know Muslim men are supposed to pay bills. It's in the Quran. It's conversation amongst the female community that Muslim men pay bills. All them dudes,
but it's more than just that. It's more than just that. You know what I'm saying? What about the maintaining of your spirit and mental and emotional health? Like that's most important.
Girls don't even be thinking about that. They don't
that's what's important. They just looking for a come up. Like, shoot, these Kufr men don't be out here. They don't want to do nothing. Let me get I'll feel you on that.
But Abdul Kabir was my wakil, so he knew what I required. Facts. I ain't required no money. What was the first thing I said to you?
You want to be led in Islam.
That's it.
That's
the rest of this stuff I can take care of.
Alhamdulillah.
That's the punchline.
More women need to have that mindset.
Sisters want to be led in Islam. All that other stuff. You already got a $5,000 bag. Why I got to buy you another one?
Right. I can buy my own Gucci bag.
It's funny. Like, it's so funny because you work so hard for yourself, and then you want a man to just like, okay, do the same. You could do it for yourself. You should want more. You should be wanting to grow mentally, spiritually, emotionally. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? You was out here getting your bag on your own. So what can a man bring to the table to me other than finances? That's my concern. You know what I mean? You want to be licensed for your mindset.
I guess that's going to be the next topic. What do men bring to the table? Why y'all get quiet? That's the first time.
That's a good topic. Okay.
We here for it.
Oh, y'all scared now. When we talk
Never.
about the women, y'all got everything to say. See, now I thought we was cool. It's back on.
No, we here for it for sure. We here for it.
We need to do
So,
that.
but
one.
you got to get a couple. We want to hear from a couple of brothers. So you got to get them on board. Let's see what they talk about.
Man, brothers are not emotionally sound. Well, I hit the guys
So
up, man.
so my thing is, right, y'all not emotionally sound enough to come on here and tell us, you know, what y'all thinking and how y'all feel, but y'all expect to see a change.
Or y'all talk about it in y'all when y'all out there playing basketball. Y'all talk about us like, you know, like some dogs, basically, always complaining. But you can't talk to the person that's gonna help, that's gonna fix it though. Make it make sense.
Like I mean, you got to pick one of the two. You know, don't be all confusing like that. Come on here, let us have it, and you know, inshallah, you know, make dua for us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us better. You know, and forgive us for our shortcomings. But if y'all don't get on here and let us know, you know, what y'all thinking and how y'all feel, you can't really expect, you know, a
Can't
change.
complain.
Yeah,
A
this stuff
closed
got to
mouth
be
don't
talked
get
about.
fed.
That's a
A
fact.
closed mouth
Be
don't
talked
get
about.
fed.
That's a fact. I gotta say, I got a lot of insight today.
Me as well, most definitely. Me as well.
Alhamdulillah.
From
All
the
right, y'all,
comments
go hang this up.
to the people that actually joined the live, you know.
Yeah. Sister Roberta Muhammad, she requesting to be in the group.
Okay.
Can you see it or no? If not, if you can't see it, I can send it to you.
Yeah, I could see her comment.
Okay.
Yeah, Sister
Just send her the
Tasha or
link.
somebody maybe just comment.
Just send her the link when we hang it up, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah.
All right, y'all, we're gonna hang it up. We're gonna get back to our weekends. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming out. I really do. This is kind of conversations we gotta be that we gotta start having. I can't stress it enough. Inshallah ta'ala, I think I might be moving the days, y'all. The fiqh and the Aqidah, I might be moving the days because I got some gym commitments now that have started on Mondays and Wednesdays when I was doing the fiqh and the Aqidah. Well, fiqh is Friday. But so I think I'm gonna move the days for the Al Kifaya. It's just our free reading book day. I'm gonna move that to Tuesday nights, inshallah, Tuesday at 8. And inshallah ta'ala, Aqidah is going to be moved to Thursday nights, inshallah. So before it's Monday and Wednesday, now it's going to be Tuesday and Thursday. And Nyla, what's y'all schedule? What y'all got coming up?
We read almost every day.
Oh, yeah. So you just got to be in the group to see the updates then.
Yeah, just be in the group because the schedule is posted. We literally read Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay. The group is called Our Souls Desire Islam. Sister Roberta Muhammad, I have Sister Nyla send you the information.
And that's on Facebook and Clubhouse.
Oh yeah, the Clubhouse be rocking. Y'all be rocking on the Clubhouse. I gotta say.
And for anybody, you know, down in the comments or, you know, anything, if y'all have other topic ideas, you know, just inbox us y'all ideas. You know, we got to have a lot more of these harder conversations. No matter what it is, we got to have them.
Definitely.
Inbox us ideas.
Definitely, yeah. I send us some ideas. All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Drop us a comment. Drop us a salam alaikum. Show us some support. We ain't getting paid. Even if y'all was, why would y'all hate on us? We're making our efforts, putting the hawk on things, putting the hawk spin on things. So just drop a heart, drop a like, drop a salam alaikum. You know, good job, bad job, whatever.
What we could have did better.
And topics. You know what I mean? Sometimes, what I got ticking might not be what y'all got ticking. And vice versa with, the sisters or whatnot. So y'all send topics. Y'all can submit them to the True Aqidah or the Salaf group, or y'all can drop them in the Our Souls Desire Islam. We got so let us say this, y'all. Those groups are learning initiative groups. They're not those. I think those groups that got like 20,000 people and it's 15,000 people just posting a bunch of Islamic memes, that is a waste of time. We ain't doing that. We actually trying to educate and we trying to change things. So we got moderation of comments because we not just trying to turn these groups into Islamic meme groups. We got enough of that. You know, go to the Islamic meme groups and have fun. We actually putting in some work, y'all. We doing the hard work. We buckling down on Aqidah, we buckling down on fiqh, and then we both groups both have, you know, like the free topics, free reading, book days, and so on and so forth. Even if y'all have book ideas and so on and so forth, y'all submit them in the group, and inshallah ta'ala we incorporate all that stuff.
And make sure if y'all in our group start engaging more, like we literally be posting knowledge, and like, you know, it'd be like reach 100 people, you know, but y'all not like actually commenting or, you know, liking it. Let us know that, you know, y'all are receiving this knowledge and, you know, stuff like that. That way, you know, we can keep it going, because
we know
it's very discouraging. It really is. And alhamdulillah for my husband, he has encouraged me to actually do this women's group, because, you know, at one point I washed my hands with sisterhood. I honestly did. So, you know, alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward him for that tremendously, because, you know, we're reaching a lot of people, and, you know, a lot of people are, you know, learning the haq, and, you know, alhamdulillah.
Imam Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, if you guide just one person to Islam, that'll be enough for you on the Day of Judgment. And alhamdulillah, we got thousands of people in these two groups. So inshallah ta'ala. And if people, if y'all participating, don't think that, you know, you think about the barakah that you're gonna get. Think about the spiritual reward that you're gonna get if you participate and you contribute something to these groups. And just one out of these thousands of people, y'all heard what Imam Ali said. Just if one person, if you contribute something good, one good thing in Islam, and you help a person with that, as long as that person is doing it, it goes in your account on the Day of Judgment.
And just imagine that person that you know, taught that to, they teaching it to other people. Just imagine that blessing.
They teach it to their kids. It's called Sadaqah Jariyah. It keeps going and it never stops. And on the Day of Qiyamah, you're going to have all these good deeds that you didn't do. And you're going to ask Allah, like, where did that come from? And Allah's going to tell you, like, that came from what you was teaching people. So
we got to be mindful when we get into the grave, what stays with us are good deeds. You know what I'm saying? A child that prays for you. You know what I'm saying? And somebody who you taught something that keeps going and going and going, like planting a tree. It's going to be forever. You know, so we got to be mindful of that. We need to rack up all these good deeds with this crazy dunya, because we don't know when the hour is going to come.
Facts.
Alhamdulillah. Well, we're going to get off of here because Nyla about to start sounding like Nate. Okay, I'm tired. I ain't even playing with you. I start sounding like a little boy.
All right, y'all. Love y'all for the sake of Allah. Kulli qawla hadha wa astaghfirullah wa la ilaha illallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.